My people, how are you? Hope you're taking care of yourself. An early morning Wednesday wisdom. I told you I was going to be doing some new beginning in a new direction. I don't think I've ever done one this early before. It's like a little after 1 a.m. here in Texas. So wanted to talk about today for chosen ones. Hope you're taking care of yourself, practicing self-care. All right. The things that we are leaving behind to move toward these brighter futures for ourselves. Okay, I want to talk about that. Part of what we're leaving behind are old ways of thinking, old ways of doing things. We're dropping those habits of thinking and belief systems that no longer serve us. All right. Part of learning to have full reliance on the Holy Spirit and your union with the Holy Spirit is also learning how to break the habit of assuming and overthinking. And I know some of you are like, okay, what does that have to do with your relationship with the Holy Spirit? It has a lot to do with it. Because when you come into union with the Holy Spirit, the Spirit knows all things. When we're overthinking, that means that there is some doubt. When we are assuming, that means we're trying to fill in the blanks. All right? So part of what the Spirit is breaking, this powerful Lionsgate portal that we just had on Monday, okay, that 8-8 portal gave us that spiritual push, all right, that angelic reinforcement to help us to begin to break some of these habits. It's the little foxes that destroy the vine. We're moving into healthier connections, moving into brighter futures. But the one thing that will ruin a healthy connection, because that's what we're moving into, is assumptions and overthinking. All right? So because we're doing things differently, we're thinking differently, we're eating differently, we're making sure we protect our energetic field here, our spiritual field. We're looking at our inner circle, making sure nothing's there that drains us. We're not overgiving. All right? So to add to that, we're removing overthinking and assumptions. Okay? In times past, I have really struggled in the area of assumptions and overthinking. Because if what is before me is not enough information, and let's just say I'm dealing with a person and they're not giving any information, it calls me to want to fill in the blanks. Okay? And when you're trying to fill in the blanks because you don't have the answers, it leads to assumptions, and the assumptions may or may not be true. Every now and again, you might assume something right. For the most part, assumptions ruin trust. And overthinking things ruins the trust. It ruins connections. All right? It takes away your peace. It keeps you stuck and anchored when you should be moving. I want to help you today. And so as I was preparing, and asking the Spirit, what should I release for Wednesday wisdom? And the Spirit began to talk to me about my own struggle in times past. And so this is a very transparent Wednesday wisdom for me, because I can share about how I was able to overcome assumption and overthinking. All right? when you've been, for me, I have been betrayed a lot. I had overgiven a lot. All right. And I hadn't always been in connection with people that were honest with me. So a lot of times, instead of me relying on the Holy Spirit and my union with the Holy Spirit to bring truth to light, I would assume. Sometimes I was a little bit right. Sometimes I was all the way wrong. I mean, I just put it on out there. Sometimes I'm a little bit right, and sometimes just all the way wrong. All right. And there have been times that I have assumed something, and it just brought so much anxiety, so much fear. All right. I've moved away from things. I pulled back from things because I just didn't trust it. Because I had ruminated on it so and created a story. I'm going to just be transparent with you, because some of you are creating stories over what is in front of you. Now, let me just, play both sides of this here. Sometimes the people that we deal with want us to create a story. They're doing certain things to make us believe certain things. And then when there is a reaction, they can say, see, I told you. You're assuming. But that isn't always the case all the time. And assuming is a habit that can be broken. Overthinking can be broken. All right? And we're moving into new things, new beginnings and a new direction. I talked about it in my other video. So as chosen ones, what is it going to take for us to stop assuming? Reliance on the Holy Spirit. Your union with the Holy Spirit gives you knowledge and access to all truth. And then you don't have to overthink. You don't have to ruminate on whether I should go this way, whether I should go this way or that way. You don't have to be in confusion, because overthinking brings about confusion. It makes you not make decisions. It makes you hold yourself in a holding pattern, say, I'm not going to do anything. I'm not even going to move. I got this over here and got that over there. I'm overthinking both directions. So I'm just not going to move. So overthinking steals your peace because it keeps you stationary. You're feeling stuck. And then you're assuming, if I go this route, this is going to happen. If I go this route, that's going to happen. Well, I don't know which route to go. You're sitting in a confusion. Well, the Holy Spirit wants to bring clarity to your chosen ones. And in order to do that, as you strengthen your connection with the Holy Spirit, you'll have guidance. You will feel comfortable. You will know the right way. It will give you, you will feel it. And if you take a direction that's not the right direction for you, all right, you'll feel that as well. And it won't feel good. You will have a peace when you're going in the direction that is best for you. Will you not have fear? You might still have a little bit of fear because of the uncertainty. But there is a difference between the fear you have because of uncertainty and the burden you feel for going in the wrong direction, not following your heart. All right? So what I learned and what I taught myself is that I never have to assume. If I want to know something, I'll ask the Spirit, despite what is put before me. I'll just ask the Spirit. The Spirit knows all things. And when you get in close connection like that with the Spirit, thank you, Holy Spirit, you won't have to overthink. Doubt is removed. Am I saying you'll never doubt? No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying you'll doubt a lot less. Because that part of your mindset is from the past. Remember now, we're going in a new beginning. We're having a new beginning in a new direction. This new direction moves out overthinking and assumptions so that you can move forward. Right now, there are opportunities coming toward me, and because there are multiple opportunities, instead of me overthinking them, like I don't know which way to go, I don't know which offer to take, okay? Instead of me doing that, I'm just sitting with the Spirit and letting the Spirit guide me. And when I get still, I know exactly which way to go. I know what to avoid, all right? I know what to move toward, and my peace is not disturbed. When your peace starts getting disturbed, check the direction you're going, all right? Now, there's going to be a little bit of turbulence when there is uncertainty, but that feels different than that burden you feel for like, oh, it just doesn't feel good to go in this direction. All right? Learn how to trust the Spirit, chosen ones. I just saw 11:11 when I saw that on my timer. Learn how to trust the Spirit. All right? And it will remove the assumptions. It will remove the overthinking. When I assumed a lot, I was not at peace with myself because I was always wondering, is this happening? Is that happening? Because all the betrayals just made me just not trust. Okay? And sometimes when people would deal with me, they wouldn't understand why something they did made me kind of shut down or put up a block. It's because I was already dealing with multiple betrayals before they did something. Okay. And I was trying to work through all of that. And then something else happened. And so a lot of times people would see me as just an individual that was just being hard to deal with. Or you just want to do this, or you just want, that wasn't it. That wasn't it. And so in this season as a chosen one, because I've embraced that in my life now, I'm recognizing all of the things that don't serve me well, and assuming and overthinking were two of them. And they're not going to serve you well either. They'll take your peace. Chosen ones, we need to be at peace in all that we do and say, in our connections, in our jobs, in our career. Peace. We bring peace to others. That means it needs to be peace in our lives. Okay. Not going to be on here long today for this early morning Wednesday wisdom. Begin to break down that doubt by anchoring in your union with Holy Spirit. All right? And you'll find yourself leaning on the Spirit for truth, because the Holy Spirit is the Spirit of truth. There's no deception in the Holy Spirit. Okay? Spirit knows all things. Guess what? I love you. I want you to love yourself more than me. And I'll see you next time. Toodles.